Get your popcorns.
Okay, we start as a freshie on the coast. There's a chicken nearby whose bones we will access shortly. First, let's quickly scan for nearby fishing boats. These boats can spawn fishing rods and hooks. None nearby. Single shot in town. Zombie aggro ahead. We might have glimpsed the player as well. This strategy is great for avoiding hot zones early on, such as police departments and hospitals. It will stick to the electro outskirts. These hiking pants can be cut up into 3 rags. Each article of clothing yields a different amount, the most being 6 rags from the collared dress. Yeah, let's grab Poseidon's trident to defend against cavalry. This second pair of hiking pants brings our tally to 6 rags. Combining 2 stacks of 6 rags makes rope. We'll need rope to make ourselves an improvised fishing rod. A construction light won't help unless we plug it in and throw it at the fish. It's important to make free look feel natural as you play. Practice by holding down the Alt key while looting. It's useful for spotting other survivors and also keeping tabs on hostiles as you reposition during a firefight. We'll upgrade our gear as we find it. This quilted jacket has more inventory space and is one of a few bits of clothing that can't be cut up into rags. The t-shirt we are wearing can. It's good for 2 rags. Not quite. Yeah, that clucking cock will be silenced here shortly, but first some salty sticks. It's over there. Oh, zombie. Hello. He seems leery, eh? But Babushka is happy to see us. Hold shift for a haymaker that stunlocks grandmas. Stunlock? Stunlock. Hadouken! The bones from the chicken will allow us to craft the bone hook that we will use to catch mackerel. Hadouken! 1, 2. Hadouken! Enough of those for now. It doesn't hurt to dress smart, occasionally. We don't need to worry about the fella. Doesn't seem to have any ammo for his BK. He didn't want to street fight. He's clearly not in the trusting mood. We'll leave each other in peace. Infected normally use a 2-hit combo when advancing. First they swipe, then they power attack. The delay after the second strike allows us to counter. Occasionally they will use 2 consecutive swipes. Counter normally. Swipe, power attack, counter. We'll check a couple of these houses and then head over to the industrial area. a third pair of hiking pants, accompanied by a steak knife that is worn. Alright, just one more rag to go. Bonus axe. Nice. Those shots solidify the decision to head away from here. Fatality. Let's tidy up a bit. We should have 11 rags total. Once the fishing is done, we should ignore the impulse to cook right away. It's a bit too active for us to have chimney smoke announcing where we are. Ain't nobody eating our mackerel but us. There are 2 types of hooks and 2 types of rods. Improvised fishing rods and bone hooks can be crafted. We are working towards that now. The regular fishing rod and metal hook can only be found. Be mindful of the bone hook, it is less durable than the metal hook. Let's quickly get our bearings before crossing over. This is a good time to practice free look. Nobody saw that. A bar of crow. We can use this to see which rod likes us more. That building looks like a good area to grab our last rag. Yeah, those rocks should give us enough cover to fish in peace. Screwdrivers can be used in place of knives to cut up clothes. The final piece. Raincoats are good for 5 rats. They also spawn around fishing boats. The extra rags can be used to make a fire, as emergency bandages, or simply discarded. We do a quick check to make sure we have everything we need. While processing this chicken, we must note a lack of hand protection. No gloves plus touch blood equals wash hands. Next we'll need some bait. Aim your knife at the ground to get the dig worms prompt. We want to grab at least 2 fish. 3 is better. 4 can take us up to Tizzy. Remember, we can only dig up worms on a grassy area. Chicken feathers can be combined with improvised bolts to make them more accurate. We'll quickly grab a lawn stick from this bush. We have a bit of prep before we assemble everything that we need. The rod will leave here for now. Bloody hands. No eating with bloody hands. It takes 2 bones to make a bone knife. We'll combine it with the remaining bone to craft our fishing hook. Now we gotta stick that worm on there and we are ready to go. Somebody's excited. Once we drag this on the fishing rod, we can get started. But let's say we don't have a proper fishing rod. That's where these rags come into play. Combine those 2 stacks of 6. Tie that rope to a long stick. We'll grab our newly crafted simple fishing rod, drag the bait on there, and cast out. We can free look during the fishing animation. We picked a good spot though, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about. Something that may happen is instead of catching a fish, we end up with wellies. In freshwater, there's a chance to catch a cooking pot. Keep that in mind when collecting bait. You might need an extra worm or 2. Choosing where we fish is important. Choosing where we cook is deadly. We will not be cooking in this town. We will be heading into the forest somewhere, into the woods, and cooking there. Holy mackerel. That thing weighs at least, what, 300-400 pounds? We'll sub in the proper rod for the next 2. Recorded somewhere in DayZ lore, it states that one must shuffle after each fish. That was quicker. This ain't quick. Couple shots there. Is it a third? It's a third. 3 worms, 3 fish. Perfect record. Let's collect and process our catch. The process macro gives 2 1x3 fillets, taking up less space. So even though we won't cook here, it makes it smaller. We can carry more if we cut it up first. Zed is kindly standing watch while we work. It's still active in the city. Bone knife's gone kaput. And we are fully loaded. We're looking good. Okay, it's about time to head out of here. Let's celebrate with not a cola. After we wash our hands, of course. Which we'll do right here. Squeaky clean. As our dude here chugs his well-deserved beverage, I'd like to convey my thanks to you for sticking around until the end. This is my first video and it was inspired by a new player's comment concerning their interest to see walkthroughs without cutting the in-between bits. So feel free to chime down in the comments if you have any video requests. Your feedback, constructive or otherwise, is appreciated. If you are new to the game, pro tip, use a mic. I'll see y'all in the streets. Good luck, survivors. Plebs out.